JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, 2 men fatally shot by police in Negril, Westmoreland. The Independent Commission of Investigations has commenced a probe into the fatal shooting of 2 men by the police in Red Ground, Negril, Westmoreland on Monday evening. The deceased have been identified as 40-year-old Richard Mosley and 25-year-old Shane Grandison, a tour bus operator. Both are from the community. The police report that information was received that a man sporting a dreadlocks hairstyle was seen brandishing a gun in the grill. About 6:10 p.m., the police say cops intercepted a motor vehicle fitting the description in which the man was traveling in the Red Ground area and blocked his path. They further stated that a man exited the vehicle and opened fire at the police before escaping into bushes. The police returned fire. It was later discovered that the driver and the passenger in the front seat of the vehicle were shot. They were rushed to hospital where they were pronounced dead upon arrival. Following the fatal shooting, upset Red Ground residents lashed out at the police, accusing cops of killing the men in cold blood, and claimed that both victims were not troublemakers. The police are reporting that one Glock 19 pistol with a magazine containing 2 9mm rounds was found on the scene. No police officer was harmed during the incident. Man killed in Maroon Town Police operation. A man was killed in a police shootout in Maroon Town, St. James, early Tuesday morning. It is reported that about 3:30 a.m., a police team was on an operation in the Shawcastle area of Maroon Town when they came under heavy gunfire. The police say a heated gun battle ensued with a group of men for several hours. After the shooting subsided, the man was discovered suffering from gunshot wounds. The police say an illegal gun was taken from him. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations has commenced an investigation into the shooting. St. James man killed while visiting girlfriend in neighboring community. Police are trying to determine the reasons behind the killing of a man who reportedly went to visit his girlfriend in Coral Gardens, St. James on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 40-year-old Ricardo Spence, otherwise called Richie Rich or Canadian, who is from Churchill in the neighboring community of Flanker in the parish. It was reported that around 9 a.m., Spence was in the area visiting his girlfriend when explosions were heard. The police said Spence was subsequently found lying face down in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police said no motive has yet been established as they have come up empty-handed with their initial investigations. Man stabbed to death in Portland bookstore. Cops detain suspect. A man was stabbed to death at a bookstore in Morgan's Plaza on Arbor Street in Port Antonio, Portland, on Monday afternoon. The dead man has been identified as Robert Grant. A suspect has been detained in connection with the shooting, the police said. Information received is that Grant was standing in a bookstore in the plaza around 4 p.m. when he was attacked by a man armed with a knife. Police said the knife was used to inflict several wounds to Grant's upper body. The suspect was held while Grant was rushed to the Port Antonio Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The body was later transported to the morgue pending a post-mortem examination. Police did not give a motive for the killing. Man charged of a Spanish Town Road bar gun attack. Lawmen assigned to the Hunts Bay Criminal Investigation Branch have charged the man in connection with the shooting of a woman in the head at a bar located on Spanish Town Road. Giovanni McLeish, 26, otherwise known as Babyface, of Spanish Town Road, has been charged with wounding with intent, possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. Reports from the Hunts Bay CIB are that about 4 p.m. on Sunday, July 2, the accused man rode up to the business establishment and shot the woman in the head. He then escaped on the awaiting motorcycle. The woman was rushed to hospital where she remains in serious but stable condition. The police said the accused man was charged based on an eyewitness statement and a question and answer session in the presence of his lawyer on July 13. His court date is being finalized. Gun found hidden in Aki tree in Kingston. A gun and several rounds of ammunition were found in an Aki tree during an operation along Sunlight Street, Kingston on Monday. Reports from the JBNN Town Police are that about 6:30 p.m., a team conducted a snap raid at a premises in the area. During the search, one black Intratec 9mm pistol, along with 16 9mm rounds, and one M16 magazine were recovered in the hollow of an Aki tree. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Bloody gang feud rocking St. Ann. The police in St. Ann have been put on high alert as the bitter gang feud continues to lead to a number of killings across the parish and the threats of reprisals. Police investigators have identified one of the most wanted men in the parish as Kemar Matthews, also known as Bibi or Bitter, the alleged leader of the Gusto faction of the Steerton-based Hothead or YPC gang, as the main suspect in the violence. The latest incident was a double murder in the parish last Saturday. The police say about 2 p.m. on Saturday, the bodies of 24-year-old Shamrick Edwards, otherwise called Pappy, a carpenter of a section of St. Ann called Stony Hill Lewis, and the 33-year-old Garfield Thomas, otherwise called Brawlin, a mason of Discovery Bay, were found with gunshot wounds to their upper bodies. According to a source, about 9 p.m. on Friday, Edwards was home with his girlfriend when he received a phone call from Thomas with another man on the call. Edwards then told his girlfriend that he was going to meet Thomas. Later, the girlfriend made several calls to Edwards' cellular phone, which went unanswered. She became suspicious and decided to visit Thomas's house on Saturday. When she arrived, the woman found both bodies lying on their backs at the front of an unfinished apartment complex with multiple gunshot wounds. Police investigators have since determined that Edwards was on the scene of the murder of Carol Matthews, the brother of the most wanted Kemar, and the shooting of 2 other men in Stony Hill Lewis on Tuesday, May 30. Edwards fled the area after the incident and went into hiding, refusing to make himself available to talk to the police. The other man killed on Saturday, Thomas, was held on the Prairie Main Road in St. Anne's Bay in December 2018, and a 9mm chrome pistol with serial number erased and loaded with 3 9mm cartridges was taken from him. He had pleaded guilty in court and was given a suspended sentence. Thomas was identified as a close associate of the most wanted Kemar. Police sources say Thomas was the subject of several operations by the police targeting the alleged gang leader. It is believed that Thomas, Edwards, and other men from Stony Hill were involved in the murder of Kemar's brother, resulting in a fallout between the alleged gang leader and the 2 men. Police investigators now believe that Edwards was lured to visit Thomas, and both men became victims of a reprisal killing. The risk of reprisal is deemed to be medium to high, so we are following all leads and implementing measures to quell the violence, said one police source. The police in St. Ann have recorded 45 homicides since the start of this year. This is 73% above the 26 recorded in the same period last year. NCB top execs Hilton and Cohen to be replaced. President and Group Chief Executive Officer of the NCB Financial Group Limited, NCBFG, Patrick Hilton, and his deputy Dennis Cohen are to leave the major financial conglomerate. In a market filing with the Jamaica Stock Exchange this morning, the company said Hilton and Cohen, by agreement, have proceeded on 3 weeks vacation effective today. During this period, it is said that it is expected that other arrangements will be made for the carrying out of their roles on an interim and then permanent basis. For the immediate future, Michael Lee Chin, chairman of NCBFG, will carry some executive responsibilities. NCBFG thanked Hilton and Cohen for their years of service to the company. NCBFG appreciates the service of Mr. Hilton and Mr. Cohen to the NCB Financial Group over the past 20 and 19 years, respectively. During the period of their leadership, the group has grown to attain and maintain record levels of financial performance, the company stated. The NCB Financial Group will continue to benefit from its strong overall leadership team while the financial holding company undergoes the above changes. Speculation of a shake-up at NCBFG was fueled Monday when it announced that Lee Chin was cutting his leave of absence short from the company and that Hilton and Cohen were proceeding on vacation. Lee Chin has publicly expressed unhappiness over the non-declaration of a dividend by the company in more than 2 years. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.